with another banging video, honey, and it's game on. I don't got my rapper chain on, but it's still game on with my chain on, and it's game on. I got my chain on, and it's game on. I got my chain on. Okay? So, honey, it seems as though the New England Patriots management team, along with their payroll and HR department, is saying, you know what, Diggs? You're too busy out here getting too many babies. You're getting too much money, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to help you to cut down on you impregnating a woman, so we're going to cut down your money. Guys, on a more serious note though, Stefon Diggs' career is currently hanging in the balance, like some of us, and our blessings. I'm shady as heck. Listen, I'll throw shades even at my own self, so I hope no one takes that personal. It was just a joke, okay? But on a serious note, yes, his career is hanging in the balance a bit based on a report that I came across. So I'm going to get into the report with you guys. And this is why I'm saying to you guys, he's going to settle with the BBL chef. If you haven't seen that video where I said he's planning on settling with Mila Adams to the tune of $3 million, allegedly, please check out that video. I'm going to link it in the comment section as well as the description box. Now, what's going on with Stefon Diggs' career? So, his contract, right? His contract is up on March 13th, which means that they can choose if they want to part ways with him or if they want to continue with him. Now, what should have happened was that he was supposed to go on with the New England Patriots March 13th with a guaranteed salary of $20.6 million minimum, and that can go up to 22.5 with bonuses, various bonuses, right? But what is being said is that they are looking at restructuring his salary. So they want to restructure the deal to build in incentives to give him a chance to earn back the money. So if they decide that they want to move forward with him, that $20.6 million that he was initially guaranteed, he's not going to get it. The only portion that he's going to get is $6 million. And then the remaining portion, which would be $14.6 million, right? Or if it's not a $14.6 million, it would be $17.1 million. So anywhere between $14.6 million to $17.1 million, they're going to put that in a bonus deal. They're going to build in an incentive to give him a chance to earn this if he produces. Because what is affecting Stefon Diggs' money? What is causing this? You know? What is causing this movement? His performance at the Super Bowl. It wasn't impressive for them to say, we're going to give him the money. He's a keeper and he has an injury. When you have an injury, you become a liability. Even though he has been doing well with injury, he's very young, so his body will heal. And even if the injury is re-agitated, once he gets like chiropractor and what's the other one called again? You have chiropractor. I forgot the one with the needling is called. What is that called again? That with any other therapy session, once he does everything that he's supposed to do, he can recover nicely. So I don't think his injury is a major concern. The major concern is his performance, right? So his money is not guaranteed to him. I'm going to go through the report with you guys, but I want to say this also, right? Now, they're saying that he's due $6 million in guaranteed money on March 13th. So, even though he's guaranteed $6 million, he can earn $20.6 million, because that was he was on the books for $20.6 million, which could have gone up to 22.5 with bonuses, like how he was playing the other day leading up to the Super Bowl. He kept all the bonuses, right? So I believe what they're doing is a strategy with him. I believe they realize that he plays well whenever he has to work for his money. And some athletes are genuinely like that. So his team has figured out that when he needs to work for his money, he'll break a leg to work for the money. So they're giving him $6 million on March 13th, and they're telling him, listen, you can earn up to $22.5 million capped. Why are you capping the man's money though? Like, these people love to cap everything. And they're doing it in sales now. They hire you for sales and you're there selling Jesus and his disciples, and they're telling you the money is unlimited. And if you sell Jesus and his disciples, you'll get XYZ dollars. And then when you sell Jesus and his disciples, they're telling you it's cap. Like, what the hell? You know? I don't like it. I don't like to hear the word cap incentive. It pisses me off big time. Are you putting a cap on our potential and hard work? No, you're not, you know? But the point that I was about to get at is this. No, Stefon Diggs, if they sign him back, it would be good for him, right? And while they are saying this is the maximum, $22.5 million is the maximum that he can make, and the only guarantee amount in this is $6 million, which he's going to get on March 13th. He's going to cap everything because he works for his money, right? So I don't doubt him when it comes to that. But once he is signed back to them come March 13th, Stefon Diggs can get one brand deal for $20 million. What if Nike decides to sign with him for $20 million? And this is why he's going to win back Cardi B. You know why? When he's with Cardi B, he gets those good brand deals. That is why he shouldn't be playing in that woman's face. But men are selfish. Men are creatures of survival. Men think about surviving. Men are like swines. They'll eat their own to survive. That's how men are. That's how men are. They'll eat their own to survive. Men, M-E-N, not man, M-A-N, men. Because man can mean man and woman. So, men, they'll eat their own to survive. That's how horrible men are. So with Stefon Diggs, he's gonna win back Cardi B because Barney B gives him the good brand deal, and Barney B loves to be the people's choice without getting the People's Choice Award. I don't know what the heck is wrong with Barney B, you know. Sometimes I say if Barney B was my sister, I would be shading her ass around the clock for being with this man. I would be shading her. Every time I see her, I would give her hugs and love, and I would be like, mm-hmm. And if she mentions him, I would be like, who is that again? I would be shading the heck out of her. Like, that's how we are as Caribbean people. We'll shade you if you're with a man who is not right for you. And if we tell you and you're still with him, you will never know peace. You will never know peace, especially if we know what we're saying is the truth. But So, as I was saying, Stefon Diggs can get a brand deal with any company for $20 million, $30 million, $100 million. The brand deal is where the money actually is. And Barnaby normally poses up with him to, add life to his brand deals, because who knew Diggs before Barnaby? No one in pop culture knew this asshole before Barnaby. And the truth is just the truth. Maybe 5% of pop culture knew this asshole before Barnaby, but no one knew him. And without Barnaby, he's not gonna get so much brand deals. And that relationship between him and Barnaby, it is mutually rewarding for both of them. And they know it. When Barnaby is with him, Barnaby gets more brand deals. When he's with her, she gets more brand deals. So we're gonna see them back together again. I believe that he's gonna treat Barnaby right, but he's still gonna get other women pregnant. Whew. That's gonna be like Christmas on the internet. Yes, it's gonna be like Christmas on the internet when he gets other women pregnant. Yes, it's gonna be festive. It's gonna be one hella festive season on the internet. Like, Beyonce is gonna have to take several seats back and leave the internet to Stefon Diggs, because he's gonna rule the internet this year. You mark my word. He's gonna get other women pregnant. Maybe 9 this year, because he did something between 4 and 6 last year. So this year he may do 9. The guy is very much egotistic. But he's gonna do right by Barnaby, but he's not gonna be faithful to her. He is a creature of habit. Okay? And his habit is to hunt. It drives him, like, it gives him that adrenaline rush. He feels powerful. He feels mighty when he conquers these women. And you see, men like Stefon Diggs, they're like swines. They'll eat their own to survive. So Stefon Diggs only cares about Stefon Diggs. He's going to do right by Barnaby, but Barnaby is going to wake up to the reality that she's not going to get that ring to one upon Offset. She's not going to get that ring from this man. This man ain't gonna give her the ring. She's gonna want to have another baby to trap him, and Stefon Diggs is gonna tell her no grave is gonna keep his body down. No baby, in this case, not grave. No baby is gonna keep him down. He's gonna be out here living his best life with the best BBL and breast augmentation body. That's what he's gonna be doing. But let's get into this report, shall we? Now they're saying Stefon Diggs is either staying or going, and it sounds like a decision from the New England Patriots is imminent, which means that it's gonna happen. You're gonna either stay under the new contract, or you're gonna go take your business, pack up and take your talent elsewhere. But if he's supposed to pack up and take his talent elsewhere, he's gonna be fine. Now, they're saying based on multiple reports out of the combined, the Patriots and Diggs are down to 2 choices: restructure his contract or part ways. Diggs is due for $6 million in guaranteed money on March 13th. So if the Patriots decides he's not a part of their future, that would effectively be their deadline to cut him. He's on the books for a $20.6 million base salary in 2026 and can earn up to $22.5 million with various bonuses. Touchdown. So touchdown is like one of those bonus, right? And he did a lot of that in his last season. He capped all the bonuses, and they're putting the man on a cap. I hate every time I hear that cap incentive. It's triggering. Anywho, they're saying the Patriots, to no surprise, prefer to restructure the deal to build in incentives to give him a chance to earn back the money if he produces, according to Mark Daniels and Karen Gurgian at Mass Live. That would reduce the amount of money guaranteed by simply playing while creating cap space. Can you imagine? He's capped at, the only thing he's guaranteed if he stays with them is $6 million. For him to get $20.6 million, he's gonna have to play. And then for him to get the other $1.9 million, he's gonna have to do a lot of touchdown and stuff, which he did. And, you know, it seems as though he enjoys doing so. I think he's gonna max out on the money, right? Now, they're saying one of Mass Live sources predicted Diggs would be unwilling to restructure his contract after leading the Patriots in multiple receiving categories. And I don't blame him. Don't take that, only guaranteed $6 million, because you know what? If he should ever end up with an injury on that field, even though he has good insurance, he's you know what? You know what? So if he's not willing to restructure as an athlete, you have to know your worth, especially when it comes to your body. Okay. And a lot is going on with black athletes, and you guys can check the sources. I don't even want to say some of the things that are going on with these black athletes, because it's an epidemic. It has been classified as an epidemic at this point. So if he's not willing to restructure his contract after leading the Patriots in multiple receiving categories, it's understandable considering he led the Patriots in catches 85, targets 102, and receiving yards 1,013. It would be no surprise if this is in fact the hold up at the moment. The Patriots' leverage is that Diggs' production fell off a cliff in the playoffs, 3.5 catches to 27.5 yards per game, and the possibility that he's not going to get the $22.5 million on the open market if he cut. However, Diggs could feasibly get more than just $6 million in guarantees with a new team. And he would get it with a new team. I believe a new team would easily give him $15 million in guarantees. And I would go with the new team. You have to think about yourself and your health. There's no loyalty in these streets, honey. The only thing you be loyal to is you. Just ensure that you're not treating the other person on the other side of the fence unfair. Because when it comes to these athletes, some of them, they have lifelong injuries, disabilities, and it's costly. So I don't blame him. You guys remember they wanted to do something like that to Russell Wilson, and they wanted to mess with his insurance, his guaranteed insurance, which means that if he gets injured on the field, his guaranteed insurance was going to be like less than half of what it was before. And people are saying it's understandable because Russell Wilson is not playing as good as it used to. Are you mad? Are you mad? The man is getting older. If he's more prone to injuries, Russell is smart. Russell was like, listen, it's either you keep my insurance as it is, or you up it, or I'm leaving. My body and my health comes first, not money. And he was right. So what they're now saying is that it may not be overly challenging to replace Diggs' production and paper, which were akin to that of good slot receiver, but Diggs still drew the kind of respect from opposing defensive coordinators that high-end receivers get. And it's really that presence that would be hard to replace. I told you, he's a good player. There's no ifs, there's no buts, there's no maybe about it. He's a damn good player. Whether you like the guy or not, it is what it is. He's a damn good player. I mean, he's an asshole, But that doesn't take away from his talent, and that doesn't take away from his worth as an athlete. And if I was Diggs, $6 million in guaranteed payout, that's an insult. I would tell Diggs to take it and shove it, tell them to take it and shove it up, their what? You know how many average citizens out here earning $6 million monthly, and you're giving an athlete? Yeah, so I'm just saying, whether we love the guy or not, and irrespective of the fact that he's a womanizer, he's entitled to a fair package. And I think that, automatic $6 million is a huge disrespect. But you know what about Diggs? He's intelligent. And I think his management team, they're going to negotiate for him. They're going to have to give him that $20 million. Like, who is going to replace Diggs? And any team would be glad to have Diggs because he's a really great player. And there's I don't see anyone who can replace him. I don't understand much about his sport. Right? But as a person who doesn't understand much about his sport, for me to tell you that he's a good player and there's no replacement out there for him, it goes to show that at least I'm paying attention to something. And I know that he kept all the incentive last season. He got all the touchdown and the this and the that. He maxed out everything. And that's why they call his son with Cardi B touchdown, because he was pretty impressive. It was just at the Super Bowl, he wasn't, the most impressive, but it happens even to the best athletes at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is more, pressure. You have a lot more pressure. It's more high, energy, high intensity. And take, for example, last Super Bowl, Mahomes. Mahomes was just falling on the field, and people were looking at that woman with that voodoo doll of Mahomes, and she was sticking the voodoo doll repeatedly. And every time she sticks the voodoo doll, Mahomes was just tripping consistently. It happens to the best of athletes, whether it may be because of voodoo or hoodoo, hobia, witchcraft, whatever you may call it. I don't know, but it happens to the best of the best on the field. But I think he's going to be fine. Because he's talented. And you can't take that away from the guy. He's an a-hole. He's a womanizer. But the dude is pretty talented. He's really good at what he does. And he's not into the drama. The only reason why we're up in his business like a dance, it's because of Barney B. If it wasn't for Barney B, we wouldn't even know who this man is. We wouldn't even know that he exists. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We're going to talk some more in there. So stay blessed. Peace.